The eighth greatest comic book of all time is Batman the Killing Joke by Alan Moore and Brian Boland. Now, Brian did some incredible artwork on this story. He did both the lines and the colors and built a vivid world unlike anything I'd ever felt before reading this book here. Now, why this hits into the top 10 is because I believe it is the greatest villain story ever told. Argue about the greatest villain in the world of Caped Crusaders. And one of the ways it tells it so well is it takes the duality of both the hero and the villain, how they need and hate each other, how they hunt each other but long for each other in this sort of perverse way that keeps these two opposite sides of a coin together. And nothing is said better than when Batman comes in the beginning of the story. He goes to Arkham to visit Joker, to have a discussion. And he says, "Hello, I came to talk. I've been thinking lately about you and me, about what's going to happen to us in the end. We're going to kill each other, aren't we? Perhaps you'll kill me, perhaps I'll kill you, perhaps sooner, perhaps later. I just want to know that I'd made a genuine attempt to talk things over and avert that outcome. Just once." I believe this conversation has been iterated other times in Batman the Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan's film. This conversation where the Joker says, "You can't kill me because of your rules, and I can't kill you because you're too much fun. I feel like I could do this forever." This book echoes the incredible madness of who the Joker is. Here we are with Brian Boland's just gorgeous artwork, painting the madness of the Joker. Batman comes into Arkham Asylum to see him, only to realize he's already gone. And he has his darkest mission yet. He's going to go visit Commissioner Gordon. He's going to shoot Barbara right in the hip, and she's going to bleed out. He's going to kidnap Gordon, strip him naked, and take him to this dark and perverse carnival that he's crafted and torture him, show him images of his daughter naked and bleeding. And it takes us down a wildly dark pathway. Hidden into this dark and sinister journey is this black and white story that tells the supposed origin of the Joker, a man just out on his luck, can't make ends meet, gets involved in crime. Except when he starts to tell this story, the story changes each time. And you realize this backstory, you can't trust it. It is perhaps the crowning achievement Alan Moore in creating a villain, is a villain who, when telling you their story, is lying to you. And there's this unbelievable moment here in the end that perfectly portrays the madness of when Batman and Joker are on the rooftop. And Joker's caused all this hurt and suffering and sorrow. And he just begins to laugh. And no matter what Batman says, he just keeps laughing and laughing and laughing. And I walked away from this book when I first read it, and I was back on my heels, gut punched at the emotional ride I'd taken. I've read it since half a dozen times. Each time it still has that effect on me. But I have to show you Brian Boland's art. Look at this dark and sinister carnival he's constructed here. All the skin tones, all the horror in the faces, the incredible madness of the Joker. This image here said it all, that you're dealing with a true psychopath. The way each panel is very structured while it's telling the story of absolute insanity, juxtaposition between these clean lines and the madness of our character. Another brilliant tool used by Brian to take you into the world of the Joker. Another one of these panels here that always sits with me. It's when Gordon has gone through the horror carnival that the Joker's put him and his daughter through. And he just falls into Batman's arms and he's holding him there. There's this odd intimacy. It shows the camaraderie between these two. And the weight of that panel has always sat with me. So if you want to read a comic that redefines how brilliant and twisted and evocative a villain can be, it is Batman the Killing Joke.